I guess sometimes in life you just sit down and you look around and you say, what the heck is happening? Like, that's gonna happen sometimes in life, right? Where you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm in the middle of a tornado. Where life is just flying around you in pieces and fragments, and you're like, that used to be part of my house, but that's gone over there. And oh my gosh, I don't know where it's gonna land, but it's gonna stop eventually, right? Right? That's the hope, you know. And usually it does. I mean, we're not wrong to hope for that. Usually things will settle eventually. But what do you do when you're in the middle of a tornado? You know? Like in The Wizard of Oz and you're riding your bike and you're like, I'm just pedaling, trying to get somewhere. Is this doing anything? I don't know. Looking around. Oh my gosh, things are flying around. That one's moving faster than me. Is this pedaling even doing anything? I don't know what I'm talking about. Clearly, you can see that I'm in that state. Okay, let's just be real. I'm in the tornado. That's why I'm here now, so I'm talking to you guys. Can you see the wind ripping around me? So it feels very tumultuous. And I guess that must be the atmosphere in the world right now, so maybe a lot of you can relate to what I'm feeling. But it's kind of like, okay, so this is happening, what do I do? And like, that's the fun part. What is there to do? And people say, don't do anything, just write it out, see where it lands. Like, yes, I guess. But I think really you kind of just ride it out and say, okay, we're going to see where things land. But in the meantime, be like, okay, me, what's going on in me? How do I make myself feel safe right now? Because my body is freaking out. I'm trying to make sense of the world around me and it's not making sense. So then the best thing to do is cultivate a sense of trust within yourself. To be like, okay, this is not my first rodeo. This is not my first tornado. I've been through this before, you know? I've been up in the air and I found the land again. And just recognize within yourself that, like, hey, I've survived everything that's happened to me in my life. I will survive this. And try to build trust within yourself to say, like, listen, I survived that. I know I can survive. And then think, and I handled that pretty well. Actually, I learned a lesson last time I went through that, and I know I've grown past that. I'm gonna be okay. And you just gotta trust yourself to survive the tornado. And sure, you can pedal your bike and be like, okay, maybe I'm not getting anywhere, but I can keep trying just so I feel like I'm doing something. But don't use it as a distraction to say, I'm putting all my faith in my bike right now. No, 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 no. You're putting your faith in yourself. That's what you gotta do. You gotta say, I'm pedaling my bike. So when I finally get to the ground, I can just keep going. I'll hit the ground biking. Like hit the ground running, you know, you just land and then you put it, and then you're on the ground and you keep going. Maybe that's the hope. Maybe that's why we do it. What am I talking about? You may be wondering. Me too. But it's always a spiral in life. Sometimes a little faster and a little higher than you like, but you'll find your way to the spot where you can land and then just keep moving forward in the direction you choose. But the best thing you can do is trust yourself that the tornado will end and that when it does end, you can land. And even if you fall off your bike when you hit the ground, plop, you can pick your bike up and keep moving forwards, right? At the end of this thing that you can't control, you'll find a place where you can make a choice again that does control part of your outcome. And then you can control that. And in the meantime, you can control yourself. And I think that's what we're all working on right now. And if it's not we're all, then it's me. And if you can relate, then it's we all, right? So, back at it, I guess. Time to see the wind blowing around, look at the view. I guess I don't normally get to see the view of the world from this perspective, up high and spinning. So maybe I'll take a look down and be like, wow, this is new. Let's see what we got going on here while I'm up here. and keep pedaling and do whatever. But it's gonna end. I said it enough times, right? I know it. I trust myself. Do you know it? You better believe it. Let's see where we land, right? And then from there, and then we can bike.